This video has been made possible by the means of self-propelled bicycle, and I apologise for that, but it's definitely necessary, definitely worth it. This is the big one. Hi, Madam C, and welcome to my Cobra and to my MG. Today is a very exciting day because I'm taking both these cars to a new home. This is a bit nerve-wracking because both the cars have their issues. That's why they haven't been seen on the channel driving for maybe over a year. So I don't know if I'm going to make it in either of the cars. I think the Cobra's the worst. It's very lumpy at cruising, it idles fine, and it accelerates fine. The MG is the most reliable of the two, I think. All that's been wrong with it is the spindles and the carburetors have worn, so we've greased them up to kind of get rid of any kind of air in them, so it's sucking the grease rather than air, so it's running better. The Cobra, however, I don't know what's up. I shouldn't be driving this car, but we need to get to this new venue. This will not only be a home for the cars, it will be a home for the channel and a new chapter. So we're going to see a lot more coming from this space. This is one of the biggest videos I've ever filmed, if not the biggest, and that's why I am starting in my first car and my favourite car. I forgot how much attention this car gets, but here we are. Let me show you what I mean.
So this is it, the new home for the cars and the new home for the channel. The MGB, the AC Cobra replica, the Toyota Chaser and the 350Z in one place for the first time ever together. Oh, and did I mention? It came with a house. Before I show you the garage where the cars will be and tell you about that project, I might as well give you a little tour of the house, which is a complete state currently, so excuse me for that. But welcome to the dining room and my new dining table. It's meant to look like concrete, but it's just MDF underneath. These chairs are amazing. Teal or turquoise is my favourite colour. I've still got the fireproof tags on them, and you will see more of that colour later on. We've got some artwork that's ready to go on the walls of the Cobra. There's a very sentimental painting too, and another Cobra print. In this basket we have some of my model cars ready to be given a home. An electric piano with items to go to the charity shop underneath, the poor bear, and my little portable record player, which is also in teal. But being open plan means that the living room also has that colour. So welcome to the chimney breast, and this fish I bought in Santorini, and the TV, which is not yet on the wall where it's meant to be, and I own a sofa! This is my prized possession. I've always wanted a corner sofa since a kid, and now I've got one with an extra poof on the end and a box that needs to go back to IKEA because it's the wrong size. And welcome to my DVD collection. Yes, I still have DVDs. Movies are in those two rows, TV sets are in those two rows, stand-up comedy is in this row, and this row is purely Top Gear, and a collection of old Top Gear magazines that I never read. But by the living and dining space we have a small corridor through to a utility room. This is where I keep some of my fan home builds, some cider and some pickles. And just by the washing machine we have my YFood fridge, which is where I keep all of my products, and YFood has sponsored this video with this incredible fridge to show you. Now I'm going to put this in a different place very soon because the door opens this way, which is less convenient than I'd like, but this is where I keep my relevant drinks, the ones I like the most, including fruity mango, mango. We've also got fruity strawberry. The fruity ones are best served chilled, so the fridge comes in handy for that. And then you've got some salted caramel down the bottom. There are so many flavors to choose from. It's the perfect way to fill you up for between 3 to 5 hours. If you're in a rush, heading to a car show, I just grab these and go. Literally, this is normally a breakfast, but it can be lunch or dinner. It's got all the vitamins and minerals you need for a full meal, and they taste amazing. And in this fridge, they look good too. And you may have noticed it's a custom fridge too, with Adam C on the top and YFood in the bottom. So, if you use my discount code of Adam-YouTube, you can get 10% off your YFood by clicking the link down below. Let's move out of the utility room and see what else we've got in the house. A toilet, a room for coats and a door, a cupboard for hoovers, and a beautiful wooden floor. And that is the floor of the kitchen. Now we've done a few bits to this room, including dress the surfaces in wood to match the floor. White and brown is the theme with a bit of orange in between. We're actually basing the kitchen's design on this poster that I bought whilst at Incarnation in Brighton earlier in the year. But it's now time for a game of what's inside your fridge. Today we have last night's meal, a protein mousse, and some squeezy jelly. But let's go upstairs to where the magic happens, and that would be my study. Yes, this is the room where all my videos are created, and I use a very simple setup of a Windows laptop and a broken MacBook Pro. This is what I use for emails and music, and this is what I use to edit videos. Long way round if you ask me, but it works for me. I designed this a few years ago in lockdown. It's a little bit dirty now, but that I drew myself on Photoshop. We've got various car-themed items and an Adam C 3D printed badge. And in the bookcase, more Top Gear related books and a bit of a trophy cabinet of awards that I've won at car shows through the years. We also have my vast CD collection. I have recently got rid of quite a few, but I've alphabetically ordered them. And in the corner, pretty much every piece of artwork that I have ever been given. This is an assortment of works of like pictures of my cars throughout the years that have been drawn by very talented artists that are ready to be hung up when I decide where to put them. That's already fallen over, and that is a Le Mans poster that I drew during lockdown myself of all my favourite Le Mans cars. That was also drawn on Photoshop. We've got more of the code there. There's some MGB related stuff as well. 350Z when it was blue. Fortunately, I do have a lot of white walls to put these artworks, but I haven't done so yet. But my favourite part of this room is the windowsill with a 1 to 43 collection of every car I've owned. So I started with my MGB GT, which I still have. That was my first car. Then I bought the TVR Wedge. It was platinum, but I couldn't find a platinum one, so I need to find someone who's able to take this apart and paint it, although I've already broken the front splitter, so that will need repairing as well. Then I sold the Wedge for the Dax-Togero Cobra, so I had these two cars. Then I started restoring the MG and bought an RX-8 as a daily car, so I had 3 cars. Then that didn't really work, so I bought the Nissan, and then I bought the Chaser. I also need to make that yellow now. And what's so good about this room and this collection of cars is just over is where my cars lie, out in the garden in my double garage, which is where we will go very shortly to tell you the plans and what I've got in mind. The bedroom's not very exciting in this house because here is our wardrobe that arrived today. Here is our bed, which is green, and the bedside table, which is green, and a towel on the bed, which is green. And I'd like to get a bespoke piece of artwork done of a Bentley blower to go onto these walls as a feature because it's green. So British racing green is the theme of this room, but I always imagined my house to be a lot more car related than this currently is. So now is the time for me to be buying car related merchandise and memorabilia. So I'll be going to shows very shortly. Welcome to the echoey bathroom, which is also green according to this towel and this plant. So that is the house in a nutshell. There are more rooms to look at, but I want to show you the garage and what I've got in mind and what is coming on this channel very soon. So straight away you'll notice I need a driveway. That's going to be a big part of the project because the drive only goes up to this side of the garage. This side requires driving on the garden, so I need a driveway that kind of swoops around here. So if anyone knows of any driveway companies in the Farnham area who can help me out, that would be appreciated because this needs to change. I can't really keep a car on the grass because the moisture of the grass will kind of rust the car from underneath. Also, there's a mound up to this side of the garage. That's why the MG is here and not on the other side, because the MG will get up this bank, so a driveway needs to be built. Also, another thing about area, if you do happen to see this house in the area, please don't knock on the door. Alarms and cameras will pick you up and I will just hate you forever. No, in all seriousness, I know that some YouTubers have had problems with people finding their houses and thinking that that's an acceptable reason to like rev their engines past the house, but this is a private space for me to make videos, sleep and sometimes eat some bananas. Why have I gone green? But welcome to the new space for the channel. You would have seen bits of this in the intro of the video, and this is where the Cobra and the MG will live from now on. And my lawnmower. This is the Mountfield CP1484 and it's brilliant. Except 1.5 widths is all it takes to fill up the bag, so I've only done up to here. So I need to build a shed for the lawnmower and the fold-up bike to go, but I've got a bit of memorabilia in here as well. This is a clock that I found in some kind of furniture shop. I got it for a bit of a steal, so that you got cupboards in there. It is broken. This is the fuel pump handle that attaches somehow, so that needs gluing. This lights up. There are cobwebs everywhere because there's spiders everywhere. I need to sort all of this out. It's a bigger project than it may initially look like. I don't know what to do with this table. Do I keep it or do I not? The Chaser actually fits in this garage. It's quite the sizable garage with about maybe half a meter to spare behind, so I can put the Chaser in here, but the Cobra is what normally lives in this side. These shelves are going to be renovated as well. We're going to clean them up and keep car cleaning products in here. At the moment it's a bit of a mess. We've got some AC wheel caps from a AC that isn't a Cobra. We've got other Cobra bits, the fans that broke from Silverstone Classic. These are some new struts for the boot that I haven't put on yet. We've got these sun visors for the Cobra as well, a box of bits for the MG including 2 old steering wheels. I mean, everyone has a box of bits for their cars and that's quite disgusting. So they were from its restoration, the bits that were left over. Talking bits left over, this little dude was left over in the garage. I need to name him. Any suggestions? He might stay. And then we have this, which is a extra large top trump that I took from the Gumball 3000 rally when it was in London many years ago. People would go around and just take them because the Gumball had no use for them afterwards. So I've got this one and a Golf oil drum that I bought from Bicester recently for 40 squids. There's a jet wash that needs to be changed, so I need to get a new jet wash. We've got the trimmer, hedge trimmer, all of my cleaning products and a hose to clean the cars with. And I do all my own cleaning myself, a bit like Tom Cruise, except he does stunts jumping off buildings himself, not washing cars. But all of this has been possible due to you guys watching my videos, and I cannot thank you enough for being with me for all these years. No, this isn't an anniversary of the channel. I just wanted to share this moment that I've bought my first ever house and it came with this double garage. That was what I was looking for first of all. I wanted a double garage to keep the Cobra and the MG in and to be able to work on and be able to make videos at as well. Although this plant pot needs to go. But how is this all possible, you may be asking? Well, I do have a few tenants, but I'm about to evacuate them because they have overstayed their welcome. I think they've all evacuated, you know. Also, upstairs in the garage is a loft, but I can't actually get up there unless I move the Cobra out because obviously the ladder's there, rather than centrally put, which would make more sense. But there we have it, the new space for the channel, for my cars, and for me to begin renovating. So, let me know in the comments how much of this you want to see, because obviously I've got a lot to do. Do I share a review or do I just keep that to myself? I want you to tell me what you want to see me do here. Do I maybe resurface the floor? I've got tons of metal wall signs that will perfectly go on this brick wall here. So I'm willing to hear your ideas about this space, about the driveway, the garage, the cars, and what you want to see here. Also allows me the opportunity to maybe work on my cars, do some things, and maybe even buy some more cars. I've got more space. I've worked out I could probably have 10 cars. No, that would be silly. That would be silly. But I could, and I will. No, I won't. I could. Between me and Chloe, we've got 6 cars already, and there's a lot of shuffling around, but the double garage is perfect for these 2 cars, and if one day I do eventually get rid of one of them, whichever one that may be, it allows me to keep something else in here, along with the Cobra. The Cobra is the forever car. That is definite.
I think.
So I hope you enjoyed the video from the paddock. That is what I've decided to call this place, even though it's only got 2 car spaces, but this is my paddock, so it's the paddock of the channel. But for now, thanks for watching.